Welcome back. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder was the first U.S. high-ranking official to voice concern over the foreign terrorists fighting in Syria who have started to pose a threat to the U.S. and its allies.
Dangerous moment.
We met the Attorney General in London after a series of urgent meetings with European justice ministers about the threat from Syria.
In an interview on ABC News Network, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder was the first U.S. high-ranking official to admit that foreign and European terrorists in Syria do pose a threat to the world and even constitute an urgent challenge to the U.S. administration.
There's a great concern about this Syrian foreign fighters problem. We estimate there are about 7,000 of them right now in Syria, coming from Europe, coming from the United States, and great concern about the impact they're having not only there, but the potential impact they could have back in their home countries.
Congressman Rogers of the House Intelligence Committee made a comment recently that he had not seen a situation where there were so many threat streams, so active at one moment.
We are at a dangerous time.
Holder also said the U.S. administration is concerned about a coalition between the terrorists in Syria and Yemeni bomb manufacturing terrorists, with the aim of producing undetectable bombs and explosive devices.
Among the concerns, intelligence that bomb makers from Yemen, those responsible for the 2009 underwear bomb plot, are now in Syria joining forces with the thousands of foreign fighters there.
Is that a particularly nasty mix?
That's a deadly combination, where you have people who have the technical know-how along with the people who have this kind of fervor to give their lives in support of a cause that is directed at the United States and directed out at its allies.
Moreover, the U.S. Attorney General voiced concern over the leading terrorist group Daesh, so-called the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, which will soon start looking outward to Europe and the U.S.
Turn on a laptop or other electronic devices.
We are always constantly monitoring what's going on out there, what known bomb makers are doing, the new techniques that they are trying to employ.
Suffice to say, these security upgrades we're seeing didn't just come out of the blue.
No, these are not things. Well, I think at this point, ISIS is a body that is concerned about doing things only in Iraq and in Syria. If they are able to consolidate their gains in that area, I think it's just a matter of time before they start looking outward and start looking at the West and at the United States in particular. So this is something that we have to get on top of and get on top of now.
Mr. Holder has been in Europe for urgent consultations with his counterparts there about security concerns, largely from the spread of the extremists in Syria and Iraq, who have turned to become a frightening monster that turned to destroy their own creator.
In some ways, it's more frightening than anything I think I've seen as Attorney General. 9/11 was something that kind of came out of the blue. This is a situation that we can see developing, and the potential that I see coming out, the negative potential I see coming out of the facts in Syria and Iraq now are quite concerning.
Among the concerns,